Okay, so just to recap, really, because I have a way of overcomplicating things, I want to say that I believe that they worked out in the 40s how to send communication, coded numerical communication, in a multiple of ways. And one of those ways would be to send communication through time, space, and dimension, depending, because you could spend, look, you could send coded communication to the future, depending on, because there would more likely be advanced technology in the future. So you could send coded communication to the future, but this reality that we live in is very computer-like. So we don't know what kind of technology has always been here, has been here forever. We don't know what kind of technology, because when Moses spoke to what he's called God, that was very computer-like. So we don't know what kind of technology has always been here. So in the 40s, I believe that they devised a way to send coded communication, which could ultimately, in my opinion, I would say rewrite reality, but it could change reality. It could affect reality, let's put it that way. Because when they supposedly found a code written into the fabric of the universe, which had been here since the beginning of time, that was invented by Claude Shannon in the 40s, and then you realise, again I'm going to say this, the people that have only just started watching me, then you realise that Claude Shannon was working at Bell Institute in the 40s, and he devised something called the information theory. And the Americans funded Hitler. The Americans funded Hitler, and then Hitler was working on something that was clandestine called the Nazi Bell, which was supposed to be, many have called a time machine. Actually, it was a heavy particle accelerator. So I don't know how this works. I don't know how it all works. I don't know the ins and outs of it because I'm not a scientist, but I would say there's definitely a connection there. So sending codes to the future or the past, because we don't know what kind of technology has been here for a long time. We don't know. And so therefore, that could change reality. I don't know if I've explained that properly, but just to recap, I believe that Claude Shannon devised a way to send information that transcended time, space, and dimension. And I believe that works in a multiple of ways. Now, I think that you could probably, I think it's worth tying the number stations to this as well, because there are these mysterious number stations dotted all over the place, giving out some kind of numerical code. And it's constantly giving out numerical code, and they've been around since, well, at least the Cold War. That's how long people have known about them. Who knows how long those number stations have been around? Maybe they've been around since the 40s. How would we know? But what they're doing is they're shoving out numerical code all of the time. All of the time. So you have to wonder if that has something to do with it. So that's really what I wanted to say. You could say the teleporting of information. Well, teleporting works on an energetic level. So you can't, like these numbers in the news stories are picked up, like I said, by your subconscious, and therefore these stories that are created around these numerical codes, they are constantly pulling and pushing you. I'm not saying that real events are not behind these stories, because I do believe that people get hurt, and there is a ritualistic, sacrificial element behind this reality. and what they've been doing to humanity for the longest time. So what happens is that all of that energetic output is read as information by something very, very computer-like, shall we say, and the reality is created accordingly. So what Shannon did in the 40s, I think, affects reality greatly and has possibly changed this reality to a certain extent. Things like the 9/11, like Bill was talking about failed imagination, that's got something to do with this as well. But I just wanted to recap and explain what I mean or what I'm thinking. Just explain to you what I'm thinking, and maybe you can give me some feedback and let me know, number one, do you understand what I'm saying? Because I have a way of overcomplicating things, and I have a way of not being able to explain things properly. So it would be good to know that what I'm saying is making sense. So if you could give me some feedback on that, that would be great. Okay, thank you for listening. And if you think I'm wrong, please let me know.